transporting and moving materials. If not just with a homestead, but with life in general, you're gonna have to have ways to move material. It could be something simple like a 5-gallon bucket. It's amazing what you can do with these things, what you can haul. When you're moving stuff around, depending on how big your area is, you know, you may not want to pack feed and stuff if your coops are far away from wherever you store your feed. You know, wheelbarrow works pretty good. I don't care for them, you know, for moving goods such as feed or bedding or any of that nature. These little carts right here work really good, especially if you have a riding mower. I've actually tied a rope to that and drug it around if I'm doing stuff around the house, or, you know, around just fairly close where I don't have to move it very far. That red cart has served me well. And I've actually thought about putting a third wheel up in the tongue of it and use it as just a pull around cart. It would be fine for that. I don't use it too much for brush or anything anymore. Got Sammy down there. He's gotten real big into mole hunting. He's watching me. You know, you're gonna need a vehicle too. And I'm not saying a car won't work, but a truck or an SUV I think would be better. This is the Ford Excursion. My parents actually bought it new. I got the bumpers off of it right now because it's getting painted. Either a truck or an SUV works great, especially if you're hauling animals. I do a lot of my animal buying in the winter. You can usually get them cheaper. People don't want to feed them. And I don't like carrying them in open, you know, like the back of a pickup truck without some sort of shelter. I would prefer to have a truck, but I got this when my dad got rid of it and got a good price on it. I was actually driving a real junky truck and was starting to have a lot of trouble with it. I said I didn't use the little red wagon anymore. That's because I use this little trailer. This is a little 4x8 Harbor Freight Special. I think brand new you can get these for $300 or $400, maybe not even that much. I picked this one up for like $125 used. I mainly use it as a trash trailer. I have to haul trash over to my mother's house, which you can't see, but is that way. That's where our dumpster is. You know, we've got, 4 households here on the farm, and we all share a dumpster. Got a 1970 Farmhaul Cub. My grandfather bought that new, mowed with it forever. It's the first tractor I ever learned how to drive. It was great. About, I don't know, 10 years ago, 8 years ago, something like that. It started to run rough. We had it to a couple tractor shops. They couldn't figure out what it was. The rest of the family got tired of messing with it. They thought it was slow, and they ended up getting a zero turn. And I actually borrow it whenever this thing leaves me high and dry for grass. Had a fuel issue and a spark issue. I think now, after 5 years of playing with it, I finally got everything figured out with it. Runs fine. You know, I can obviously mow the yard, pull stuff. I pull that trailer when I'm going over to dump trash. I pull that if I'm moving any kind of firewood, any kind of brush cleanup, anything of that nature. I actually used it this past weekend. Had 2 burn piles. I wanted to go ahead and get them cleaned up. This is one of them. I've actually had burn piles in a couple different areas of the yard over the last several years, trying to find out the best place to put it. I do burn some pallets and some stuff like that, so you do get some nails. Of course, I pick a lot of them up, but I'm sure a lot of them stay. Got to paint the back part of the shop here the next month or so. I actually had an extension that went all the way to that telephone pole. Used that for a chicken coop for a long time and some storage. We had a bad storm. It actually picked it up and threw it over top of the shed. Went through the front of the truck. Tore up some of the roofing. You can't really see. But like I say, basically, I showed you the way I move stuff around and pick stuff up and haul stuff. That's pretty much it. Those are the vehicles and implements I have out here. I would like to retire this tractor for mowing and use it just for plowing. I've got my eyes set on a subcompact tractor with a loader, but they're pricey and I just don't want to bite that bullet. I've got a little bit more debt I want to pay off, and I may think about it. But I don't know. I guess you always dream about having bigger and better things. But as of right now, this setup is working well for me. Well, you all have a good day, and we'll see you in the next video.